All right, let's get into the second match of the best of three between EWolves and TShow. Switching sides here, and I guess the teams decided, or one of the teams decided, that they wanted to play the other side for this matchup. So EWolves will be on the dire side, and we've already gotten through the first banning phase with TShow taking out the Mirana and the Dazzle, while EWolves take out the Undying and, of course, that mid Lina. Something that they still don't want to play against from TShow. This is, of course, the second match in the best of three between the South American teams, a Brazilian and a Peruvian team, in the Americas Open Qualifier of the Shanghai Major. The Spear Pick is going to be the first pickup from TShow. Of course, the EWolves won the game one in a fairly convincing fashion. Got a couple of nice cores to their lineup, and even though Smash kept dying, his team kept winning. So, it all works out in the end. So, EWolves are up 1-0 in this best of three matchup. And one win here for EWolves would take them into the grand final to face the winner against the winner of IX Mike's team versus the other team that I don't know. Should be interesting. So we're getting right into the draft here. The Speedbreaker already picked by TShow. And that will take us to the picks for EWolves. EWolves go with the Witch Doctor. And then they're going to have a second pick to do here. Once again, I'm Pythian casting this match. And there are a couple other people casting it. A couple of them speaking Spanish, so if you are into that, then you may as well go give them a watch. Show some support. Well, it's taken a while for this pick. Thinking about it. It is going to be the Queen of Pain. And it'll be interesting to see where they put that. Because it may not be Van that plays it. I feel like I've said most of this stuff during the draft during the first game, so without a co-caster, I really don't have too much to do right now. The old Terrence gyrocopter is going to get picked up by TShow. He has played that in the last 4 matches that I've seen for TShow, so I guess they like to see him on it. Just kidding. I don't know why I said that. EWolves had the gyrocopter in the last match.
5 seconds remaining.
Or did they? Someone was playing the gyrocopter. No, it was Terrence again. Because Smash was on Beastmaster, Van was on the Sven, and Ewa was on the Lone Druid. So yeah, they had him on it again. The Juggernaut and the Whisper getting banned out.
10 seconds remaining.
I can't have a stuffed animal right now. It's serious cast time.
5 seconds remaining.
I can't put a webcam on. I mean, I could have a stuffed animal on my desk, but I can't really put it on the stream. It's serious casting. Gotta be super serious. The Lone Druid is going to get banned out by TShow. I guess they don't want to see the Evo Lone Druid again. Especially if they want to go with the Jakiro offlane once again. Which, that's one of the things we see from TShow a lot. The Broodmother once again taken by EWolves. Immediately going for that Earthshaker. So we see the usual slow ban, quick pick type of play from EWolves. I can't give you an animal right now. It would have to be a picture. The Earthshaker also did quite a number against the EWolves in the last match. Did quite a few things. Helping out with that fissure and the Blink Dagger. The Blink Dagger was picked up fairly quickly. In any case, the TShow are taking quite a long time with this next pick here. Maybe after this match, DJ. So they are taking quite a long time. They pick up the Skywrath Mage. I guess that could be good against the Witch Doctor or the Queen of Pain. And it has a little bit of synergy with the Spirit Breaker and whatever else TShow might pick up. Because I'm doing a serious cast here, DJ. We're trying to. I don't know. I can't really put my camera on, though.
10 seconds.
How many heads are you smacking? Because you put a lot of H's in there.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
EWolves going into reserve time here for their fourth pick. TShow really doesn't have too much time left, so we might see the rest of the draft go by pretty quickly, which would be nice. I'm not too much of a fan of the drafting phase, to be honest. I don't like talking about heroes. It's boring. Okay, DJ, have a nice nap. I'm going to take a nap sometime soon, hopefully. Or if I'm going to pull like a true all-nighter, where I just go all the way through. Coming up on the fourth pick up here for EWolves, I guess they decide that they don't want too much reserve time either.
10 seconds remaining.
They go with the Phantom Lancer,
Radiant team pick.
and I still have no idea where they're going to play it. EWolves can just come at you with so many different things for their picks, and you just have no idea where they're going to send their heroes, because that trio of Smash, Ewo, and Van just do so much in these matches. The Earth Spirit gets picked, Ember Spirit rather, going to get picked up by TShow. I guess that's going to be maybe your mid lane hero.
Radiant team.
And the Tusk gets banned out by EWolves. It's a good ban. They do have a lot that can go against the Ember Spirit with the Blink, probably an Orchid of the Queen of Pain,
10 seconds.
and the stuns of the Earthshaker.
5 seconds remaining.
And going into more reserve time for TShow, they really got to figure out who they're going to ban.
10 seconds.
This could be their life on the line here. They ban out the Darkseer, and now EWolves, they pick up the Smash Beastmaster, of course.
Radiant team pick.
That'll take us to the last pick up here for TShow as we get ready to start up our match. So we're getting ready to start here as TShow slowly run out of time on
10
their
seconds.
clock. And
Seconds remaining.
once they're done, we're going to go right into our match here
Reserve time.
between EWolves and TShow. getting very low on time. And it's going to be the Sand King. So a little bit of a non-traditional lineup here from TShow. Maybe they're going back to something that they have done before. I guess that's going to be an offlane Sand King by Falcon Fritas. He's usually the offlaner for TShow. And there's the old Van, Queen of Pain, Evo on the Phantom Lancer, and Smash on your Beastmaster. So a couple of heroes that we've seen before, Smash Beastmaster and the Gyrocopter carry by TShow. So we will see how it goes for the teams as we get ready to start. And the players are picking up their heroes. And once they do, we will get right into this semifinal matchup, game number 2 between EWolves and TShow. So here we are in game 2 of the best of 3. EWolves already with the advantage, and here we go. Let's introduce our teams. We've got Falcon Fritas on the Sand King, going towards that off lane. We've got the Rents on the Gyrocopter as usual, HFN on the mid lane or Ember Spirit, Time of Dying on that support Skywrath Mage, and King RD. He's got that Spirit Breaker, already has an Orb of Venom. Sia for EWolves has already put down that Observer Ward. He's playing the Earthshaker. Smash on his signature Beastmaster. Van's playing that Queen of Pain. Masoku playing the Witch Doctor. And Ewo going towards the top lane on that Phantom Lancer. Here comes a trio of heroes for TShow. Looking for someone to gank. Not going to find it just yet. As the board runs past the Observer Ward and the Hawk flying slowly behind. Once again, I'm going to be casting this match on Pythian. And I want to thank you for joining for me for what should be an exciting game 2 in this best of 3. Could be the conclusion if EWolves take it. Already up 1-0. So EWolves going to secure that bottom rune. As Evo takes a little bit of a look at top. Going to get spotted out under the Observer. And EWolves not going to find anything at bottom. Evo not going to be tricked. He's just going to go back up to the high ground. And Van is going to take that bounty rune. Van on a bit of a more traditional mid lane hero. Don't usually see him on it. Usually he's playing something weird. Like a Sven or an anti-mage. Or a Vengeful Spirit in the mid lane. But here we see him on the Queen of Pain. Might have been kind of a block pick for them, as HFN was playing the Queen of Pain in the last match. So here we go. The Skywrath Mage already trying to zone out that Queen of Pain, who hasn't leveled anything up just yet. And the Arcane Bolt going to go right into Van off the bat. And Van puts a dagger into the back of Skywrath Mage as well. In the bottom lane, Smash is going to be helped out by Sia on the Earthshaker. And Ewo is going to be left alone in the top lane against Falcon Fritas on that Sand King. It's almost like TShow kind of read the draft a little bit. And HFN getting a little bit low in the mid lane. But the Queen of Pain doesn't really have anything else to do, except to put the daggers and the auto attacks into his back. So we're just going to leave it like that. Sia running away from the Spirit Breaker in the bottom lane. And well, we'll see where that first blood ends up happening. The Sand King getting zoned out a little bit by the Witch Doctor puts the Burrow Strike and the auto attacks into his back. And here comes Sia with the Fissure, making the little moves. Kind of faking that out. Also has that clarity canceled by the Skywrath Mage. And the Skywrath Mage is going to follow the Earthshaker all the way down to that bottom rune. Here comes a charge onto Sia. Got to be careful. And the Fissure will cancel that. But the Spirit Breaker will end up getting that bounty rune. Dagger and a Scream into the face of HFN. And he's got to be careful here, as Van goes and gets that regeneration rune. Smash, again, has to be careful with that Gyrocopter there. The Rocket Barrage is no joke, even at the earlier levels. Time of Time gets a Scream and a Dagger in the back for his troubles of putting that Arcane Bolt into the Queen of Pain. And now Smash left alone on that bottom lane. Van walking around a little bit. Has the bottle from the courier. Gonna send the bottle back. As here comes the charge onto Smash. Smash gonna get hit by that rocket barrage, taking a lot of damage. Now he puts the Hawk down to try to soak up some of that. But the first blood is taken by the Spirit Breaker. Smacking Smash with that old Spirit Breaker. Van is gonna get shackled there in the middle of all the creeps. And will easily back up. Ember Spirit has been taking a lot of damage. Gets the bottle back. And here comes the Fissure. Fissure up. And Van doesn't want to go in on that just yet. Bottle comes back up. And HFN could be in trouble. He's got one penetrating cast. But Masoku, he's going to get silenced up, charged up. He's going to end up going down to the Flame Shield. And the charge gets canceled by the Spirit Breaker. So that's already 2 kills for TShow. Getting a good start to this match. Sand King has been pretty much forced out of that top lane. He is at level 3.5 compared to the Evo almost level 5 Phantom Lancer. And the Queen of Pain finds a haste rune at the top rune spot. Gonna pop it, run over to top. And it's gonna get scoured out by the Observer. Could go in onto the Sand King, but the Sand King backs up and Van just backs away from them. Quickly runs back to the middle lane. Until Smash gets that roar, the Gyrocopter really doesn't have to worry about anything. It's going to out-level the Beastmaster anyway. So even then you can drop down the cooldown once the Beastmaster roars. Or before. Either way works. And this hard camp over here allows the Sand King to farm it up and get a little bit of gold in addition to stacking it. Interesting. Big damage here onto the Ember Spirit. Has to back away from the Queen of Pain, although there is a Flame Shield as well. And the Sonic Wave finishes him off in the mid lane as the Queen of Pain just got level 6. Well, had level 6 for a little bit.
I am ever so grateful.
So the Ember Spirit goes down in the mid lane. Evo gets to level 6. And Smash, well, he's getting closer to level 5 as well. So there is a call down here for the Gyrocopter. Van putting more harass onto the Ember Spirit. The shackles miss from the Ember Spirit. So the charge here by the Spirit Breaker is the only stun that's onto the Queen of Pain. And the Sand King has already gotten the Tranquil Boots. At the rune spot, Van getting caught out, going to blink to the high ground, doesn't get the invisibility rune, and now has to back up all the way to the base. As there are a lot of creeps here in the top lane. Getting hit by a couple things. No detection here for the Sand King, so you can't really do anything about him right now. As the Beastmaster is at level 5.5, almost to that level 6.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Falcon Fried is looking for some farm here. He's trying to pull the creeps over. Not going to happen. The Sand King getting hit by a couple things. The Fissure's going to knock him out of it, and he has a first strike to go to the bottom. The Dust of Appearance gets pulled, and he goes in on Masoku. Falcon Fried is taking a lot of damage, and now time of dime. He's in trouble, but he's going to get out of there safe and sound. Sand King, a little bit greedy with the burst strike. Wasn't able to get to the lower ground, even though the Phantom Lancer probably could have used the Juxtapose to get down there as well. Smash at level 5.5 is getting charged, and the call down could get dropped. Here comes the call down. It's going to hit once on the Smash. Not going to hit twice because the charge knocks him out of it. But there is a charge here. Van coming back in, trying to get the kills here. And the Sonic Wave is enough to get the kill. And now Van in trouble. He has to blink away. Not going to use it. He just gets the kill onto the Gyrocopter. He eventually goes down to the tower. Meanwhile, at the mid lane, Sia in a lot of trouble thanks to the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit will eventually take the Earthshaker down as the Fissure was used a little bit late.
Radiant's top tower
Spirit Breaker once in on the party in the bottom lane. Here comes the Paralyzing Cast. He wants to charge away. He is not going to be able to just yet. The Paralyzing Cast screwing up things for him there. And there is a kill for the Ewo Phantom Lancer at top.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Even at 5 kills now.
Dire's
And the Earthshaker TPs to mid, forcing the Ember Spirit to go somewhere else. He has that regeneration rune, is going over to top. Top tower almost down, taken by the Phantom Lancer, and Ewo continues to push. Puts the Phantom Lance into the Skywrath Mage, and the charge is coming over onto the Witch Doctor. Doesn't matter, it gets cancelled anyway, and Ewo has to make his way out of there. And the Paralyzing Cast, look at it go! It's going all over the place. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Sia, pretty low. And the call down does a lot of damage. Smash, he's getting low. He could go down, will not go down. Will go down in the end to the flat cannon. The charge coming into the van. Probably not going to get him. In fact, the charge is cancelled. So, this Gyrocopter getting a lot of kills on the bottom lane. But he does go down a lot himself. And look at his score right now. It is 3-2-2.
Dire's structures are fortified.
55 and 23 for CS. Looking pretty good. Let's take a look at our net worth chart. Phantom Lancer currently at the top of that. But closely followed by the Gyrocopter and the Ember Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Early lead right now with TShow for XP and gold. Although it's only by about 1,000. Ewo's going to have a couple things delivered by the courier. He's going to finish off the magic wand. And now Masoku getting charged on the top lane. He's backing up. It forces the Spirit Breaker to cancel the charge. He just places down a ward for his troubles.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Van has a Null Talisman and a Staff of Wizardry.
Dire's top tower is under
Meanwhile, Masoku gets scouted out by the Observer ward here.
attack.
And,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
well, the Radiant evacuate the top lane. And we see Smash getting a smoke pop by the Skywrath Mage. Roar onto the Gyrocopter. He's going to take a lot of damage from that Rocket Barrage. And the Earthshaker is going to get silenced. Van comes in with the Sonic Wave. Going to take out that Gyrocopter. And the Fissure is going to miss that Skywrath Mage. Here comes a charge in by the Spirit Breaker. Going to get cancelled as the double damage rune going to get spouted out and picked up by the Queen of Pain. So that's a kill onto the Gyrocopter for a lot of gold. And that'll leave just Smash to push on that bottom lane. The Queen of Pain going to be going for that Yule Scepter. Also has a double damage rune right now. That is interesting. I probably would have liked to see her get an Orchid Malevolence first. But maybe she needs that Yule's. Here comes the TP in by the Gyrocopter, and there's the Fissure to keep him out. The Earthshaker is just going to TP back, and there's the old Paralyzing Cask onto the Spirit Breaker. Going to bounce around a couple times. Look at it go. The Ember Spirit finishes off his Boots of Travel first build. And the smoke up comes in. Masoku just standing there. May as well get killed, right? He'll just go and stare at the Ember Spirit. He goes down pretty quickly. And apparently there is no lag. Okay, apparently the game coordinator for Dota 2 is down, so it might take a while for him to reconnect back into the game. So just be prepared for that. There's not really anything that people can do about this. Alright, well, he has reconnected, so I guess someone was wrong. And we're back, ready to go here in the best of 3 matchup here in the semifinal. And, well, the Queen of Pain looking pretty good right now. Almost has that Yule Scepter. And does now have enough gold for it. The Blink Dagger was purchased up by the Sand King. Pretty important item for him as the top tier 1 tower goes down to TShow. Looks like we could have a bit of a gank here onto the Gyrocopter. Scoured out by the Hawk here. The unseen Hawk. But they have to rip through those enemies first. And here come 4 down to the bottom lane. The Gyrocopter sticking around for a moment. And they didn't smoke up. Do they know that they're there? The Gyrocopter moving up. The Sand King ready in the wings for any kind of initiation. The yell comes onto the Gyrocopter. Here comes the Epicenter. Epicenter comes through. And the blink into the middle of nobody. Double kill for Van. The Sand King just absolutely miscalculated where EWolves were. And he blinked into the middle of nobody. Man, you don't get to say Epicenter so much anymore.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So that's going to be an easy tier 1 tower bottom for EWolves, as there was a double kill for Van, who's looking pretty good right now, has a Yule Scepter up, and could easily work towards another item.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The tower eventually goes down to the Queen of Pain. More gold for Van,
Has fallen.
as the rest of EWolves have backed up. Ewo content to farm in the middle lane, working towards that Diffusal Blade. And that Phantom Lancer definitely trying to end the game. Doesn't do so well against the Ember Spirit, but I don't know if they care. In addition, the Ember Spirit can easily get caught out by Smash and the Earthshaker. So the next move for EWolves, where do they go? Ewo's going to get charged up by the Spirit Breaker. Probably going to get canceled in like 2 seconds. And the Ember Spirit farming pretty well right now. Almost at his first Battle Fury, if he were to go for another one after that. We see Van getting the regen rune in the bottle. Does have the Ogre Club already.
Radiant's middle
We'll see what that turns into. Could be a BKB.
Dire's top
Might be a good
tower
idea
is
against the Skywrath Mage and the Sand King. The Diffusal Blade would have finished up by Evo. Needs to be careful here. He puts 1 lance in, as the rest of his team is bottom, and they have no idea where TShow is right now. And he'll just be pretty far back. Van farming up in the bottom lane. Getting pretty close to the next item. As the Necrobook number 2. Just kidding. Necrobook 1. Already finished by the Beastmaster. And he's got a smoke being delivered by the courier. Here comes the epicenter by the Sand King. Goes right in onto the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain goes down. Ooh, Yule Scepter up into the air. And she will blink away out of that one. Basoku in with the Death Ward, doing so much damage to the Spirit Breaker. Does it all the way. Yell onto the Sand King. Ends up dying. Van is on a mega kill. The Echo Slam comes in from Sia. The Ember Spirit going to be getting pretty low. Here comes the Paralyzing Cast. Paralyzing Cast jumping around. Ember Spirit looking for another kill. Won't be finding it. He goes down to the Phantom Lancer Lance. And only the Gyrocopter getting out. That is a 4 for none at the Radiant Jungle. And that will also be the Tier 2 tower going down in favor of EWolves. Well on their way to making it to the grand final.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Gyrocopter doing pretty well here. Just kidding. He's not. I was just saying that. EWolves go over to the Roshan pit, and I guess they're going to go take it with the help of the Beastmaster. And Roshan doesn't like that at all. He'll smash the ground. Earthshaker hanging around at the mid lane, keeping the Ember Spirit out of those creeps. But he's got to get over to the pit. Still working towards that Blink Dagger. It is going to be about 1,000 gold away. I guess we'll call it one team fight. It takes a while, but eventually we'll get the Roshan. And Queen of Pain working towards that BKB even closer now. Pretty close to buying that recipe up to finish the item. And Ember Spirit still got to finish that Battle Fury.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Van continues to farm up on the bottom lane, has finished up that Black King bar. And now Van pushes forward down the bottom lane. The Spirit Breaker is scouting it out. Could go in on Van, but Van's going to back up and immediately blink out. The TP in by the Ember Spirit going to be cancelled. Sia still working towards that Blink Dagger, about 500 gold away from that. And let's take a quick look at the XP and gold graphs. XP now in favor of EWolves by about 3,000, and gold more of the same. Any other items on the map? Okay, we got a smoke in by EWolves, so let's just check that out. Yeah, there's a Glimmer Cape on the Witch Doctor, but other than that, not a whole lot else that's new. The Ember Spirit chased out of the top lane by the Phantom Lancer, and now here comes the blink onto the Gyrocopter. He doesn't have a cooldown anymore. He used it on the creeps, and the Yule Scepter is going to get used. The Fissure just on the edge of it. Terrence getting pretty low. Doesn't go down just yet. One more dagger in the back does kill the Gyrocopter. Now Van held out ahead, and will get charged down. The BKB was popped, taking a lot of damage on the backside. The Sand King goes down, and the Van TP's out as after they blink down to the south. So that's 3 down in the Radiant Jungle, and that leaves Evo free to push along that mid lane. They've also got that Necro Book 2 on the Beastmaster. He has just finished up Necro 3 and has that being delivered on the courier. And now the EWolves continue on that mid lane. They're taking down that mid tower. And the Earthshaker almost has his Blink Dagger. And the Beastmaster is 40 seconds left to cool down that Necro Book. So the push stops on that tier 2 tower, and the EWolves back up. They still have that Aegis on the Phantom Lancer, and they'll just steal that Ancient stack of the Gyrocopter. 8 kills to 16 in favor of the EWolves, really coming into their own on this match. And they are getting even closer to being in the grand final of the America's open qualifier. Here comes the gyrocopter. They could get Ewo. Ewo going to juxtapose over the cliff. And do they want to go in on this? Ewo cancels it. Here comes a charge on the backside. And Ewo's taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Ember Spirit. He wants to go right in on the backside. We've got the Sand King getting burrow striking, getting yelled at by the Beastmaster. And now the Ember Spirit got to try to get out. He goes to the north. A lot of disorganization here. Will they find anyone out? The Spirit Breaker has a charge available. He could go to bottom. And he's just going to get out. So they go back to the Ancients. And the Ember Spirit has finished up that Battle Fury. So the high ground push gets a little bit more difficult for EWolves. But if they can find that Ember Spirit, things get a lot easier for them. EWolves leave a couple of heroes left on that mid lane. And can the Phantom Lancer do anything? He has a couple of illusions. He's going to find the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit not going to keep the Phantom Lancer here. Here comes Ewo. Ewo wants it. He wants to go in. And he forces the Ember Spirit out. Meanwhile, Paralyzing Task onto the Gyrocopter. And Gyrocopter is going to go for the EWolves Masoku, and Ewo takes a lot of damage. Here's the Echo Slam. It's hit, and the Juxtapose is going to dodge the damage from the cooldown. Ewo stays alive. Gyrocopter does not. So that'll be one kill on the Gyrocopter, making it even easier for EWolves to do this, and the Ember Spirit going to have to try to get out of the top lane. He leaves the creeps, goes forward, smash, has a roar, doesn't get to use it. Ember Spirit's outie. And now Time of Dying, he's in trouble. He's going to go down to the Phantom Lancer. Ewo, he's got the Yasha, about to have 2100 gold, could go for the Manta style. But Ewo's looking pretty good right now. Second on the net worth chart to the Queen of Pain, which is on his own team. And he picks up the Manta style from the Secret Shop. Taking a look at the items on the teams here, we've got another Ultimate Orb on Van. That might be a Scotty from her. And we did finally finish up that Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker. Push comes in from the top. That is the last outer tower remaining that EWolves have to take on their path to the throne and the America's Qualifier final. And here they come in through the top lane. Meanwhile, TShow pushing at bottom, daring anybody to show up there. They won't, though. Not just yet. They're going to push for that tier 2. Right now, it's a Witch Doctor, a Phantom Lancer, a Queen of Pain hitting that tower down. And it quickly goes down. Now the Ember Spirit going for the tier 2. And, you know, EWolves are just going to go for their high ground push. If the Ember Spirit isn't there, then it's much easier for them to go. Ewo's getting charged up. Ember Spirit TP's back. And the Spirit Breaker cancels the charge. So here comes the cat and mouse game once again. 8 kills to 18. Ember Spirit at the top of the net worth chart. He's got a Crystallis in his inventory. And a couple heroes at the rune. Doing little item different things. Smash gets an invis rune. And he's going to be running around. Hopefully they can find someone. Could get someone caught out on the bottom lane. The Phantom Lancer could be doing some baiting. Smash looking for some heroes. Ember Spirit waiting in the wing. The Spirit Breaker charges Ewo. Ewo trying to get out. Not having the juxtapose just yet. Now here comes the Burrow strike, and the Phantom Lancer goes down. Here comes the Queen of Pain. She blinks right in, looking for something. Goes on to the Skywrath Mage. The BKB is popped, and there's a yell onto the Sand King. Spirit Breaker's out of here. Gets hit by the Fissure, and he's going to stay here for just a moment longer. There's a blink available by the Queen of Pain. Dagger in the back going to slow him down. That could be 3 for 1. And the Sonic Wave will take down the Spirit Breaker. Double kill for the Queen of Pain. And Elite Wolves take another fight. Fight recap's not really doing too much justice there. And the Queen of Pain is going to find a very welcome regeneration rune at bottom. Meanwhile, is 2 pushing in bottom. Smash, use the Necro 3, and those units are gone now. Masoku just going to farm up those creeps underneath a sentry ward, and he'll be okay for a little bit at least. He's got that Aether Lens, and he is looking pretty good right now. Being pretty aggressive on those creeps. Almost like he has someone behind him. Which he doesn't really. And, well, let's see what Queen of Pain went for. She's gotten the BKB. She's still got that ultimate orb. Okay, she's going for the Scythe of Vice. Good choice. Smash running around with Masoku inside the Radiant Jungle, doing a little bit of dewarding with the Necro 3. The question is, when does the high ground push come in? We've seen Elite Wolves do it before. They can do the split pushing as well, so the Ember Spirit is going to have multiple lanes to defend. Elite Wolves go into the Roshan pit, and they're going to try to take this one. The Phantom Lancer taking a lot of damage from the Roshan, and now in comes Van, and so does Sia. Elite Wolves will probably get this one for free. And the Phantom Lancer picks up the Aegis, and Elite Wolves get out of there pretty quickly. Now here comes a smoke in from TShow. TShow going over towards top. Maybe they're hoping that someone shows up to defend it alone. They're waiting in the jungle for somebody. Will they find someone? Well, Ewo is here. Can they kill Ewo again? TShow waiting in the wings. They're going into the trees. Alright, they are in the trees. What are they going to do? The smoke breaks. And the Phantom Lancer moves back. And TShow TP's out of the trees. Okay. Well, gank on the trees is a success. And Gyrocopter runs back and forth. And runs back again. And runs forth again. And run back. And there's a force staff forward, so I guess he doesn't have any choice there. Elite Wolves with the smoke going in through mid. Trying to figure out what to do. They're also looking for any heroes. They want to try to push, but they also want that pick off. Spirit Breaker's just kind of sitting at top. They're a little bit scared of the Elite Wolves right now. Elite Wolves looking pretty strong right now, and this doesn't really bode well for the next match at all. Like, they're pretty much outclassing the teams in this qualifier right now. The Ember Spirit gets hit by a couple of illusions, and now the Phantom Lancer goes in on top, does about half damage, and he might want to get out soon though, because the Ember Spirit's coming over. Yep, and those illusions just disappear right away. The bird comes in and quickly turns invisible. We'll get killed anyway. Top tower nearly down. The Queen of Pain is going to be hitting it a couple of times. And the Phantom Lancer goes to mid. This effectively takes one member of TShow out of the fight. Oh, Ember Spirit turned into a pig. They're going to get the Sonic Wave. They take Ember Spirit down. Ember Spirit doesn't have buyback. 70 seconds on the sideline. EWolves going to get the Aegis pop. And now Smash. Smash getting low. Yells at the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter is just going to stand there. Smash almost going down. In the end, doesn't go down. And on the backside, here comes the Epic Center, doing a lot of damage. And Sia, he's getting low. So is Van. Van goes down. That's a godlike streak going down. Sia gets a double kill. Gyrocopter buys back. Ooh, Paralyzing Cast comes through. Ewo, he's almost low. Echo Slam on 2. Ultra kill for Sia. How did he get 4? 2 buybacks come through. Has a couple diebacks on the board as well. Here comes the charge from the Basoku. Basoku trying to get out of there. Basoku gonna get helped out with a nice fissure on 2. And look, they blink back in. They take the Spirit Breaker. They're gonna take this game. Sia, he has to back up though. Okay, EWolves, they're pretty low. They might need to back up now. Here comes the Gyrocopter call down. Here comes Van. He's turned Terrence into a pig. Smash goes down. Sand King's buyback. Terrence gets hit by a fissure. Sia stuns him. He's down. Gyrocopter, that's a buyback. He's a dieback. Van, you're trying to get out. And Sand King's going to save off this invasion for one more. The racks stay up somehow through all of that. But what exactly did they lose? That's a 3,500 gold swing. And it's a good thing that Van did not die back there, because that would probably be pretty bad. So, at the end of all that, the racks stay alive, a couple heroes go down. TShow don't really earn anything back, maybe a couple heroes dead. Maybe they extend their life in the game by a little bit. But this Gyrocopter, he's at 1,800 gold. And he is on a buyback cooldown now. So, somehow the Ember Spirit's still on the top of the net worth after all of that. And he still has buyback. That's unbelievable. Let's take a look at the buyback status real quick. There we go. So, Ember Spirit, everybody's on cooldown except for the Witch Doctor, the Beastmaster, the Earthshaker, the Phantom Lancer, and the Ember Spirit. And the Skywrath Mage. So after all that chaos, we're back almost where we started. Van's got a Scythe device, which was used pretty well in that last match. And Van has found a a regeneration rune. Ewo only going to get stronger, has a Blink Dagger and a Manta style. And we're just going to keep going with this match. 33 minutes in the game, 12 kills to 28. EWolves getting closer to the win. They pulled back there. They want to stay safe in this second game of the best of 3. They don't want this to be the moment that they lost, that they threw. And they're just going to keep themselves in the clear in this matchup. Van looking pretty good right now. I'm pretty impressed with him in this tournament. He might have had a couple of bad aggressive starts, but you know what? He manages to stay in nearly every single match and is pretty integral in making his team win every time. So, well done to him. Still got some work to do here, though. Van goes to the high ground, and is just going to act like a ward there, waiting for the creeps to spawn. The top tower is under siege by the creeps. Earthshaker exposes himself. They know where he is now. And Van is going to push the bottom lane. And quickly back up. So we're kind of back into the old standoff situation. A couple heroes around the map looking for the pickoffs. That might not happen. Ember Spear continues to be at the top of the net worth chart. And he has a Daedalus and the old Battle Fury. Might also be going for the Eye of Scotty. Van continues to farm up though. Looking pretty good in terms of gold. Has that Gem of True Sight for all the dewarding purposes. And Gyrocopter still trying to get farmed up. Has 3,300 gold in the bank. And we'll see what he decides to go for next. Definitely wants a BKB. That Scythe device from the Queen of Pain was pretty strong in the last team fight. Right now, this Ember Spirit is the one thing keeping EWolves, TShow in this game. And it's not time for the Gyrocopter just yet. If they can get to a later game, or a later late game, then TShow can definitely do well, but they have to get there against EWolves, and they have to not get caught out like they did in the last fight. Van takes out a ward on the high ground, so right now in terms of vision, well, TShow are going right for EWolves right now, and they're waiting for their engagement. Van is a little bit far up right now, and they're looking for the initiation. Phantom Lancer's found a double damage rune and is going to take that into the jungle. And the smoke gank from TShow fails. They have to go back and defend the base. Roshan is going to spawn in a couple of seconds. They use the courier to scout it. And it spawns there. EWolves know that it's up. And they're going to make their way over. Ewo hopping around in that bottom lane, doing okay. And now they go into that Roshan pit. They hit Roshan with the paralyzing cask, and he doesn't seem to like that at all, so he'll just start hitting the closest thing. And the Earthshaker continues to hide out in the trees near TShow, just kind of taunting them a little bit. And eventually he gets out. He could get caught out here, though, if he's not careful. Roshan gets taken out. Phantom Lancer picks up the Aegis once again, and this could be another push here. Sia, getting charged up. He sees the Earthshaker. He yules him up, and now he blinks 4 staffs away. Will the Phantom King find him? No! He only got one of the moves, but not the second. And now, EWolves, they're going to push in the mid lane. Or they're going to chase, which they probably shouldn't do. Well, Van has taken care of yet another ward. And we'll blink off of that cliff. And now, TShow, they see nothing. Van turns the Spearbreaker into a pig. Van, you gotta be careful. Smash comes in with the yell. Spearbreaker in trouble. Call down. Not gonna hit anything. And the Sonic Wave by the Queen of Pain doing quite a bit. Sand King about to go down. Luckily, the Earthshaker, the Gyrocopter rather, gonna get away. But here comes Ewo. Uses the Diffusal Blade. There's the BKB by the Gyrocopter. And the Fissure unfortunately keeps the Phantom Lancer in his own little corner. Meanwhile, Time of Dying turned into a pig. Skywrath Mage about to go down, does go down to the Earthshaker. That's a mega kill for Sia. And now they go right for the base. Here are the racks going down. Here's the tier 3 going down. EWolves. Only one buyback available for Sand King. And well, EWolves, they're taking this one rather quickly. They take down every single lane at once. Ewo has taken a lot of damage, and here comes the charge on the Van. Van, gotta be careful. Here comes the charge. It's gonna hit. Van takes a lot of damage, doesn't have an Aegis, but has the cheese, and Van uses it. The Witch Doctor has gone down to the Ember Spirit, who gets out of there right quickly, and the bottom tower goes down, the top tower already down, and now Ewo. Gonna see Spearbreaker get screamed at, and now, oh, Ember Spirit turned into a pig. This could be it. Will he go down? Ember Spirit going down to the Echo Slam, and that's the Ember Spirit going down, and that is the GG. EWolves going into the grand final of the Americas Qualifier, the Dota 2 Shanghai Open Qualifier, and they're gonna face up whoever won in the other match, and that's going to be coming up in just a couple moments, or maybe minutes, or in a lot of minutes. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it or not. We'll see. Might take a couple of moments to figure out what exactly I'm doing. But I'd like to thank you for watching. If this is my last match, as always, I'm Pythian, and cheers.